Actually, while you do that, I do have a story that I meant to share last week, but we couldn't because I didn't feel well.
Talk to me.
So I was at an event for work, and at this event, there just happened to be a weight room, and someone had just, I guess, finished using the weight room and hadn't broke down the bench yet, so there was
Mm-hmm.
still some weight on the bench. So
Okay.
there's a young boy on the team, you know what I'm saying? First, it was a 45 on each side. I was like, that's nothing. Did a couple of those. And then, the blood started flowing. I was like, man, throw another 45. Put 225 on there.
Okay.
Light work. I said, you know what? Put another 20 pounds on there. It got 245 a couple times. I said, let's keep going. Guess where your boy maxed out at 36 years old?
Where at, my brother?
265.
265.
265.
How you feeling?
Oh, man, I was sore shit the next day. But, man, the adrenaline, it felt like 2006 all over again.
But you, what happened in 2006?
That's when I was young. That's when I was playing football in '06. I could do
Oh,
265 like it was nothing.
but oh 06 ain't even that.
It's almost 20 years ago.
Nah, but yeah, but it's not that far.
Okay. Thank you for your kind words. I
It,
appreciate that.
it's not that far. Like you know what I mean? Like, listen, Brock Lesnar's still wrestling, and he came out in '03.
Oh, brother. But yeah,
So
man, like 265 with no warm up, with low. I haven't benched in years. I was talking so much shit the rest of the day at work.
to who though?
Anybody who would listen?
But I know your field. So like, what they got to do with it is what I'm saying. Like, what
Nothing. I just had to tell somebody.
you was just feeling yourself.
I was feeling myself.
All right, so like now, what is it? 24 hours later, or how many days later?
A week later,
A week later, like, how are you feeling? Like, where do we go from here?
I don't know. Like I need a gym membership because I work out at home, so I don't go to the gym. I feel like I got to get a membership to the Y. Like I got to keep this going.
Well, what's wrong with like a Crunch Fitness?
Well, I get a discount at the Y where I work at. There's a discount if you go to the Y.
Okay,
What's
okay.
up, Kyle?
So, so you wanted them. So you wanted them old heads that be in the Y, just trying to put up numbers. Still, is what you're saying.
No, I try to focus on a more holistic workout when I work out. Like I try to do. I'm not just here to get big. Like I'm trying to be flexible. I'm trying to. Flexibility is very important. I told you I do yoga every Tuesday. Like that is important. You just can't be strong and can't scratch your neck or can't tie your shoes. I never want to be that guy.
Is that what is that? Are you referring to Bam as someone who's strong but can't tie their shoes with a strong
Well,
back?
well, Bam is a firefighter, so I'm assuming he is flexible at some point. You can't be stiff and be a firefighter. But I mean, you see people like you see them at the gym. They walk like this, they got the traps, and they walk like this, and then they can't bend over to tie their shoe, like they wearing slip-ons. They
Yeah,
can't scratch their back. Like, nah, can't be me.
can't. It could never be you.
Can't be me. I got to be able to have some flexibility.
Okay, okay. Uh, yeah, I think we established you and Kyle are the same age. So
Yes, Kyle, we are the same age. We are two old men.
now, what's it feel like when what did it feel like when Brock Lesnar walked into the ring with Hulk Hogan in there and told him that the party's over, Grandpa?
The best.
Did you relate to Brock Lesnar or Hulk Hogan in that instance?
Oh, definitely Brock Lesnar. I'll never relate to Hulk Hogan ever on anything.
But you're kind of old, so
And not Hulk Hogan old,
okay.
like Seth Rollins old. No, I take that back. I feel like I'm not quite CM Punk old. Maybe LA Knight old. Braun said you're 46 and you're 40. I'll
I'll
beat,
look both of your asses.
I'll beat both your asses.
Listen, what's up with these young bulls? Why they be talking to the old heads in such manners?
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it is in the jungle, in the wild. Like the young boys walk up to the young, and you got to fight for it.
The jungle, the wild. Yeah. Whoa. How
That's
old
how
are
it
you?
works.
You know what? I'm so glad that you brought in old heads and young bulls because I got a motherfucking bone to pick with you, and I'm glad that we're here
Okay,
to
what I
start this
do?
off. Because I'm off this week from my job. I'm
Yes.
off all this week, and so at the beginning, so what I'm decided to do, especially from yesterday till tomorrow, before I start DJing aspect of the week for me, I was like, okay, I should go use this time to see some movies in theaters that I've been wanting to see. So there was a few off rip, you know what I'm saying? Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Did you like it?
One. No, Fantastic Four, Superman, and then Formula One.
Okay.
I want to talk about this third one, Formula One, because that's the one I saw today. Now, you're the one who hyped Formula One up for me.
I did.
Mind you, I had to remember who the hell I was talking to. Because me, someone who has been watching this for maybe the last half a decade, and I've really started to understand the ins and outs of the sport, and taking time to do research on strategies, and still being a novice in Formula One, but knowing enough that you can know the ins and outs of the sport. My first mistake was listening to a movie review from someone who has never fucking watched the sport.
You didn't like it?
In his life. Let me tell y'all something. Yo, I'm gonna look at the camera right here. To anybody out here who has watched Formula One, but has not seen the Formula One movie, they didn't have a single qualifying session throughout the whole fucking movie.
That's because it takes too long. They did have a qualified session.
No, they didn't. No, they did. When
he first joined the team.
That I throw this stress ball at you. That wasn't a qualifying session. That was a team practice. The team was based out of the UK, like Mercedes is. That's why they have the Mercedes patch. That's why the Mercedes is based out of Silverstone, which is also a race. That's why one of the first races there was Silverstone. That don't even matter. Yo, that wasn't even a qualifying session. That was a tryout. The only reason why they were at Silverstone is because that's where Mercedes headquarters is. And if you notice, they had the big Mercedes patches, clearly showing that they probably get their engines from Mercedes, which happens in that sport. A lot of the teams buy their engines from the same 2 or 3 people.
So that's your only gripe, is that there weren't any qualifying
sessions?
sessions?
Brother, what? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you know anything about Formula One, this is a money sport. The more money you get, the more money you win, the more money you're able to put it. It's like, It's like baseball. The more money you have, the better your team can be. Some similar, although they do have some rules and regulations for some of the cars. I'll put it like this: the front runners most of the time, Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren. That's true. It also shows up on track when normally these cars really, really outpace the other cars. The middle of the field teams that they talk about, the Haases, Sabres, some of the AlphaTauris, the Alpines. Some of these teams, they're battling each other for those mid-place teams. You're telling me a team that never scored a single fucking point in Formula One is now pushing Max Verstappen in a Grand Prix? Dude who won a couple of seasons ago, won like 18 or 19 of the 22 races on the track. Y'all mean to tell me? Not to mention, you mean to tell me Brad Pitt's great idea was to come into Formula fucking One, where these cars cost millions and millions of dollars? His fucking big idea to how to make this car competitive is to start ramming into people, hitting a fucking front wing 3 times for 3 safety cars? And now you're telling me in the rain, Damson Idris is going so fast on slick tires, might I add, not even intermediate. He had on slick tires and went over the barricade just to land in the trees right on the other side of the barricade. And all he had to show for it was some burn hand injuries. I'm not even going to lie to you. When Brad Pitt, when they was doing the gambling thing, and I could tell Brad Pitt was finna nail Shorty, I got up and said, yeah, I can't do this bullshit anymore. I left the fucking movie theater. Really? I didn't even finish the movie.
No, that's why you didn't see the payoff.
Listen, that movie there ain't no payoff. That movie was bullshit. You shouldn't watch that movie if you actually watch Formula One.
My best friend is a Formula One fanatic just like you, and he loved it.
Well, listen, hey, it's dope different than my dope, and I don't smoke that dope.
All right, thank you, Malice. That's crazy. Well, fine. I'll never give another movie suggestion on here again.
No, you should. You should. Now, let Let me go to Fantastic Four. I ain't finished with you, Fantastic Four.
What was wrong with Fantastic Four?
Let me tell you something. Fantastic Four was cooking. They was cooking.
They were cooking.
They was cooking. And then the last 30 minutes hit. And I'm sitting here like, oh shit, Marvel about to come back and they about to smoke these niggas. Like, first thing I had to do was look up the difference between the Earth that we on and the Earth that this Fantastic Four is on. Then I realized completely different Earth, yada yada. Okay, so unrelated. So I'm like, all right, this these folks. And then I started thinking, I'm sitting here like, okay, I know the 4 superpowers with the Fantastic Four. Who would be the bad guy in this? Fucking Galactus. So I'm sitting here like, damn, Galactus was given the X-Men hell. What the fuck are the Fantastic Four going? And throughout this movie, I'm like, oh yeah, Galactus about to smoke these boys. They not ready. They not ready. Whole time I'm sitting there like, oh yeah, Galactus about to send these boys packing. And they went up there, whoopie-woo. Then when they came back, I said, oh yeah, nah, this Galactus about to be a problem. Galactus about to be a motherfucking problem. Then this is where then this is where I'm like, all right, this movie is some certified grade. Like, this is where this movie is now plummeting, and I'm trying to see if y'all can save yourselves. Reed Richards starts planning how they gonna do this. He's trying to get his Star-Lord on. He's trying to get his he's trying to get his Iron Man on, his Captain America on. Come up with the big plan. His big plan is to transport this big motherfucker from here to the. No, his first big plan was to transport the Earth from one place to another.
Yes.
The whole time I said, golly, Batman, that has to be one of the dumbest fucking ideas ever. Here come the fucking Silver Surfer. Kadoosh, 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 kadoosh. First off, I just knew when the Silver Surfer had a pair of these, that was going to be an issue.
What? I love Silver Surfer.
No. She was fire, but I'm talking about as soon as I knew Silver Surfer wasn't like the previous Silver Surfer who just came talking like, you see my world. I came here to do this. She just came in, yo, y'all about to die. Salute. And I was like, I was like, hold on. She a little too straightforward for my liking. I think that's gonna be an issue. Here come fucking Johnny Blaze, horny ass.
Hey, I did the same thing if I was Johnny.
Trying to get him a little chroma coochie. You something wrong with you, freaky ass boy. But he figured it out. He needed him. Anyway, his big idea was to transport the planet from one place to another. And I said, well, where the fuck you gonna put this planet Earth? That's a dumb idea. So here she comes, Kadoosh, blowing shit up. So then it's time. He rethink the plan. Nah, we gotta, instead of moving it was essentially this man Reed Richards was on some Patrick shit from SpongeBob. Why don't we just take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else? That was his plan. Why don't we just take Galactus and push him somewhere else? And they said, well, how do you expect to do that? This motherfucker's in a fucking giant worm-eating machine, just destroying planets. What you gonna do? We gonna use our newborn baby to draw him out.
Yeah, that's what I was putting.
Now I'm sitting in the theater when this bright idea come to mind, and I'm like, I say it out loud. And I got a bad habit of talking in theaters. I say out loud. Now Robert Downey Jr. wouldn't have done that.
Well, Sue didn't want to do it. He was
no, but I said it. But see, in my situation, I said it in the theater, and there are other people in the theater. So here my black ass go. Well, Robert Downey Jr. wouldn't have done that. No, so here's somebody cackling. That's when I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not at my house. I can't be just saying this. So here they go. They put the baby out there. So now I'm watching. I'm like, all right, I know this is a movie, this is entertainment, but they about to have Galactus walking the streets of New York City openly and just plop into this, and then Zadoop. That's their big plan. And sure enough, here his big dumb motherfucker come walking down the street, dumb as a box of rocks, with 10 words to say, talking about free me from this feeding vengeance, freaky ass boy.
With a baby.
For a baby. Talking about this baby is what I need. And I'm like, well, what? Tell me why. You can't. All right.
That is a freak ass boy.
and you telling me just when he getting ready to take a step into it, now all of a sudden he get an epiphany and then look around. He got this vision that could just see through all buildings, and he walked down the street before he decided to use it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool, man. So then here they go trying to fight Galactus. And now this is the part of the movie where I'm like, all right, now they got a chance. They about to buoy out and maybe start the upward trajectory to level this movie out on an ending smooth for my liking. Johnny Blaze just sprays this man in the eyes with some fire. Okay. He takes Reed Richards and just pulls him like that. I don't know what the fuck the thing was doing. Nigga started running through buildings.
Yeah, he did what he could.
Nigga didn't do what is his superpower? Because never mind. And you mean to tell me here comes Sue Storm.
A mother's love.
And you mean to tell me that Sue Storm pushed a demigod from another world that's been running rampant, destroying worlds and planets? Sue Storm just pushed him up like 5 to 10 New York City street blocks into this one area that he can now, yo, dog.
Well, I'll say in defense of that, because remember when Spider-Man fought Thanos, he held his own briefly.
In hand-to-hand combat.
I mean, Iron Man held his own against Thanos in hand-to-hand combat. Briefly.
Thanos wasn't the size of New York City skyscraper.
Thanos was a demigod with all the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, but Thanos was about 6'7". 6, maybe 7 foot. 8 foot, maybe. This man was the size of New York City skyscrapers, and she is pushing this man back New York City street blocks.
Were you hoping that he would destroy the Statue of Liberty? Because he looks at it, and I'm like, yeah, smack that bitch in the water.
I was like, man, that would be a little too woke for even Disney.
Smack her in the water.
So then I was like, all right, with something like that, that would have to kill the person who did it. So when Sue Storm, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, now this I kind of like this. The baby get on her. So no, hold on. Pedro Pascal just sitting there, one of the smartest men on earth. He can't identify a dead body. You sitting there just trying to pump air.
So then she was dead. That's desperation.
So then you accepting her death, and then you just decided to put your baby on.
That was the weird part.
I was like, so you accepting your death, and now you deciding to put your baby on the mother? On your dead mama? All right. On the dead mama? All right, bro. And then all of a sudden, she come back to life. So what's his powers?
That's why Galactus wanted him, though. He is the most powerful of them all. Like Galactus, like he is powerful enough to take this curse away from me. That was Galactus' whole thing.
But what was the baby power?
Apparently, whatever it wants to do.
Okay. Yeah. Marvel.
We don't know yet.
Marvel, here's my thing. That movie wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
That's why Doom wants him.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. I don't really have anything. I don't really think I have a lot of positive things to say about Fantastic Four. I just don't have a lot of negative things to say about it. Formula One.
My apologies. That's heartbreaking because I really enjoyed Formula One.
And it makes sense. You don't watch Formula One. Now whoever your friend is, he got to answer some questions because I need to. How he get through that whole movie and was not frustrated at the fact they didn't have one qualifying session. That's like one of the best parts of a Formula One weekend. They didn't show one free practice. No, nothing.
I mean, the movie was 2.5 hours long. What more did you want?
Something realistic, a smidge more realistic.
Well, I think there's going to be a sequel.
Oh God. Oh God, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 194 of Speak on It. Yes, we started with a little bit of speaking to the cinema, but now we are here to speak on it. And speaking on it this week, as usual, you already know when you see this Nas fade, it can only be one brother, the good brother, Los D Mix, of course, joined every Tuesday night by the smoothest bald head on the East Coast, Mr. Danny Ocean. How are we doing, brother?
Doing a lot better than I was last week.
Yeah, you want to talk to the people about where you were when what happened?
Oh, brother, I tested positive for the vid.
Oh, yeah, at the Rona. Nah, talk to the people.
I had the Rona, so last Tuesday when we canceled, I started showing symptoms, and then I tested positive on Wednesday.
Now, in that situation, does your wife she quarantine from you?
So when I first tested, so let me back up. So Monday night, I felt a little funny. I took a test Tuesday. It was negative, but I was still feeling a little funny, so I stayed at home while she went to work. We slept beside each other. I felt a little better Tuesday evening. Wednesday morning, I tested positive. So as soon as I tested positive, I went to our guest room to quarantine myself. And then my wife got sick on Thursday. Yeah, man. So I owe her big time. What do you want?
She's probably upset with you, brother.
She's been very, very sweet. God bless her. She has every right to be annoyed, but she wasn't. She was very sweet. What do you want?
She better than me because I'm you listen.
You need to cuss me out.
I'd have some words like motherfucker. You couldn't, motherfucker. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you call me a motherfucker.
Listen, has there been a Samuel L. Jackson movie where he hasn't said it?
No.
See, now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a jam-packed show today. We started off talking a little bit about some cinema, but the real cinema is the NFL season, and that's what's on its way. So we're going to start off here shortly with a little bit of NFL talk. We'll be covering the AFC and NFC North today. I don't think we'll probably go through maybe as much. We'll probably go through maybe each team's record, division winners, and maybe biggest storylines and stuff like that. We'll chat a little bit about NCAA football now that we got that up on the way.
Yes, sir.
NBA headlines. The WNBA has been wilding, and there's a lot of jokes that I feel like myself and Bam are about to get off. Pause. And
turn that up. You don't have to.
And no pun intended. Some wrestling. There's been a lot of news in the wrestling world since we last spoke, and then some other around the miscellaneous topics. Not every day we get to speak to the cinema, but I just have to say that because I've seen 3 movies over the course of 24 hours, and I don't really want to talk about Superman because I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't have a problem with it, but I will let it be known that for Superman, I definitely fell asleep multiple times during that movie.
Yeah, Superman was okay,
but it was cool. Everything that I saw while I was awake, I was like, "Nah, this rocks." But I was asleep.
I appreciate it's in Fantastic Four 2 that we're dropped in like 3 or 4 years after they're superheroes because I hate the origin story. Like we know what happens. Like just drop me in.
She just pushed Galactus. Yo, dog, she pushed Galactus back like 10 blocks. At what you could not tell me while you were sitting there watching it, like you want like, all right, this is a load of bark.
Like after the 3rd block, like a block, maybe.
It was more. Now, what's more unrealistic? Her pushing that Galactus 10 blocks or her giving birth in space?
Space. That scene.
Yo, I was sitting there like, get the fuck out of here.
There's no blood. There's no nothing. Silver Surfer, like.
Oh, yeah. Yo, in the NFL, we are finally getting to see some football, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally getting to see some football. We finally had some preseason football. Danny, you got any early thoughts about the preseason? I got a few. We all know. Well, I'll start out with this one. The Packers, a few practices before that Jets game, I'm like, this team looks pretty good. Now, from that Jets game and a few practices afterwards, I'm not ready to say the roof is on fire, but
I'll say this:
take me now, Lord Jesus.
it's preseason. That's what this is for. Like, I'm not panicking. Like, the Eagles' offense doesn't look that good either, to be frank with you, in some of these practices. But that's what this is for.
I need to know, but the thing is, we haven't. I don't know if the Packers have had any joint practices. I don't think they have. Kyle, correct me if they have, but I don't think they have. And I've been following as many Packers beat writers as I can who are at Packers practices, and they're saying, they are saying good and bad things. Well, they're saying good and okay things, but more good than bad. And what I saw versus the Jets, I was so confused on what the hell those beat writers were seeing, because that was
Did the starters play?
I believe so. Well, yeah, because Jordan Love got hurt.
So, because he hurt his thumb, right? In his left hand.
he hurt his thumb.
Well, I'll say, I know the Eagles have joint practices this week against the Browns. But yeah, it's preseason. I don't put a lot of stock in it one way or the other. What's up, Hendricks? Damn, Hendricks getting big.
Brother, he is 6 years old. He is big.
Hendricks. All right, Hendricks ignoring black men, racist.
No, I think he doing this because he's hungry, I believe. And I think he want me to put him down, too.
Man, I remember when you first got Hendricks. But yeah, anyway, back to the preseason. Dog, I don't read a lot into it. It's going to be what it's going to be. It's just the preseason. That's all. Don't take it too hard one way or the other.
Yeah, because I forgot and maybe, and Kyle, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe one of the years that the Detroit Lions finished 0-16, they might have went 4-0 in the preseason.
Yeah, I think they did go undefeated in the preseason.
So
mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Don't mean nothing to me.
But then again, it does mean stuff in other cases, because you look at Shedeur Sanders and all black folk across the country was like, yeah, that boy right there, yeah. That was black people all across the country this weekend watching Shedeur.
Yep, and we will continue to.
Now, here's my thing after watching, because the Browns QB situation, listen, bringing in Deshaun Watson should get you fired, but it don't.
But it don't.
And then you would think that a QB battle between Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco would get you fired, but it won't.
It won't. Then you draft Dylan Gabriel.
And after, you draft Dylan Gabriel before Shedeur Sanders. Now you got 4 guys competing for one spot, when your entire fan base and media, they basically are saying, well, we know who you guys.
Oh, and then you draft Shedeur on top of that. I was happy for Shedeur. I don't know why he's still 4 on the depth chart. What are we doing here, man?
Well, because if you make him 2, everyone's gonna push to wonder why he can't be number 1. If you make him number 1, everyone's gonna,
All right, I don't know why we playing this game, Cleveland. By here, dog. Like, we're gonna talk about the AFC North in a couple minutes. It don't matter. So you might as well put your door out there, see what you got, and if you don't have it, try again next year. Because the nasty man is on his way back next year.
He back running. Bam said the owner does not like Shedeur. Bam, can you give us a little bit more into that? So he says the owner does not like Shedeur. Have you heard anything about this, Danny?
I thought the GM didn't want to draft him. I thought the owner made the GM draft him.
Or maybe,
but I could be mistaken.
Maybe the owner made him draft Dylan Gabriel, but they wanted Shedeur Sanders.
I was under the impression that the GM wanted Dylan and the owner wanted Shedeur. So when Shedeur was still there, the owner was like, nah, go ahead and grab him. We don't care. So either way, we'll talk about the AFC North in a couple minutes. Who cares?
Do you think Shedeur Sanders Let's see. Look at that. Browns also went 4-0 in the preseason in 2017 when they went 0-16 in the regular season.
No,
Where do you think? At what week do you think Shador Sanders gets his start? Because he will be starting next year.
5.
Why
At
5?
latest. Well, when's the bye week? If they have an early bye week, the better. No, their bye week is week 9. So let's see. Let's see. The first game: Cincinnati L, Baltimore L, Green Bay L. You probably lose to Detroit. You'll probably lose to Minnesota. So we're looking at 1-4, 0-5. So yeah, week 6, October 12th against Pittsburgh. Somewhere in there.
Bomani Jones said the owner keeps talking about the owner not wanting to draft him, or the Browns owner came out and said both QBs were guys the GMs wanted.
Oh, okay. So your GM room is split. That's what Kyle said, but he's the owner. He can say whatever
That
he wants.
GM room, like the scouting department, must be split.
Which
I
is
bet-
insane. Glad that's not my organization. I ain't got to deal with incompetence.
So if you're in the locker room, what do you say if you're in that situation? Like
Whoever
if you're
puts us
everyone
the
else,
best chance to win. Whoever gives us the best chance to win plays, whether it's Joe, Kenny, Shador, Dylan, the nasty man.
the nasty man is fucking hilarious.
That's who he is. He's the nasty man.
Is he really?
Is he not?
No, you're right. No, you're right. I have to make an edit because I actually got something wrong from a few weeks ago, but
Okay.
it's okay.
Well,
It's okay. We'll figure that out. You want to talk about the Commanders getting waxed in preseason? Talk to me. I know you feel a way about that.
hey man, last time we saw them on the field in January, they lost by 30. The first time we saw them on the field this year, they lose by 30. Hopefully, they can break this trend soon.
Wait, how did the Eagles look in their preseason game?
Well, the starters didn't play, and Tanner McKee drove up and down the field on the Bengals ones. Tanner McKee had a night against the Bengals starters.
Wait a minute. Hold on. IG man didn't play?
No, the IG man did not play.
Oh wow.
Hold on, let me read Tanner McKee's stats. 20 of 25, 252 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he had 1 tush push.
They still doing that tush push, huh?
Yeah, you'll see it in Lambeau. Don't worry about it.
They still doing that tush push, huh? It's okay.
You'll see it. Don't worry.
Listen, some teams lack originality and some teams don't.
Tush push is the most original play I can think of.
Debatable.
Okay. Don't worry. I think we play y'all in Lambeau on a Monday night. You can watch it under the stars.
All right. As we continue our coverage of the Cincinnati Bengals, I think a few weeks ago we reported that Trey Hendrickson is reporting to camp, but he is not practicing. I know he didn't play in that preseason game versus Jaw.
He did.
I think the issue here remains guaranteed money. Trey's looking for more than 1 year of guaranteed money, and get this is historically something that the Bengals have not done.
Cheap ass franchise. We've been talking about it for years.
Do you think they guarantee him for more than 1 year?
They don't have a choice, man. If
they got
Tanner
one.
McKee can light you up like that, like if I was Trey Hendrickson, I'd have watched that first half against the starters and just sent that to the GM like, dog, I led the league in sacks for a reason. Give me my money.
Think so?
100%. Like Tanner McKee is a nice backup, but he shouldn't be doing that to your first team defense.
Why not? So what if they didn't have some guys playing?
The Eagles, the only starter who played on defense was Jahan Dotson and Tyler Steen. That's it. So a bunch of twos got on the field.
I'm saying, what if those were The Bengals 2s and 3s.
No. It was the Bengals starters minus Trey Hendrickson.
Well, you don't know that.
I'm pretty sure I know it was their starters.
Nah, you don't know that, my friend.
I do know that. Their starters on the field for the first 3 drives, and Tanner ate them alive.
Hey, yo. Oh, my God.
And Tanner ate them alive. Turn that up.
Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all hear this, boy?
Tanner said, this looks like food. Tanner said, our third string defense puts up more of a fight than this.
We gotta have a conversation. You a freak ass boy.
Turn that up. Silver Surfer was cute too. Turn that up.
Oh, so you listen. I respect everyone, even the milkmen.
Well, I am not. Yes.
Even the milkmen.
Well, she's more like Chrome.
Yo, dog. All right, nah, we got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. Speaking of which, as we let's keep it in the north a little bit. A lot of reports are coming out of the Bears camp that the marriage between Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams is off to a suspect start at best. If you know Ben Johnson's offense, remember, from his time in Detroit, a lot of rhythm, a lot of timing on the offense, a lot of motion and stuff like that. Caleb Williams, better known for his improvisation. Do you think this marriage of improvisation and timing, scheduled offense, do you see it working? And did you see anything in the preseason that lets you know this is going to be a good situation going forward?
Well, I think for the Caleb Williams thing, we have to. Do you remember the ESPN article that came out around the end of the season that the former Bears staff didn't watch film with Caleb? They really didn't do much with him. I feel like this is a transition in regards to Caleb to no, this is how professionals do it. I think Ben Johnson will find an equal medium. It's just always hard adjusting to, especially something that's on the opposite end of the spectrum where you were, because it sounds like Caleb didn't have a lot of support as a rookie from the coaching staff. So I'm sure having this support from Ben is nice, but you got to get used to each other. I don't think Caleb sat in a room and watched film with Matt Eberflus for 3 hours, not 3 hours, for a long amount of time. Ben Johnson's probably, we got a film session today. We're going to be here for 2 hours.
Makes you wonder what the hell was Matt Eberflus in there doing?
Nothing, getting fired.
What's more hilarious as a tenure? I'm gonna just name some coaching tenures, and I want you to tell me which one's the funniest.
Go for it.
Matt Eberflus in Chicago, Urban Meyer, Jacksonville.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Chip Kelly, Philadelphia.
Yep.
Chip Kelly, 49ers.
Yeah. There's another Chip Kelly in there somewhere.
Jason Witten, Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
And what's my last one? What's my man name? What's my Jeff Saturday, Colts.
It's got to be Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer takes the cake.
Urban Meyer got caught cheating on his wife at a bar before he got fired. Oh, Bam said Matt Patricia in Detroit.
Oh, Matt Patricia. Yo, Matt Patricia in Detroit. That's like one of the most easiest. This guy doesn't know what he's doing at all sort of hires. And it was so evident. The guy didn't have a clue.
And everyone hated him. Can you imagine everyone hates you and you know it?
I mean, unless you're good at something.
Can you imagine being terrible at something that everyone hates you?
Yeah, nah, I can't imagine that.
Yeah, see?
Well, what about when you piss somebody? What about when you piss off one of the biggest names on your team and they publicly ask to leave, like Jerry Jones, Michael Parsons, and the Cowboys?
Bad business. I love it. As an Eagles fan watching Jerry Jones, because what we doing, Jerry?
What we doing?
You got to pay him $1 more than the highest. That's the rules of the game.
So for those who didn't know, as we continue our coverage of Michael Parsons and the Cowboys, so Michael Parsons last week took to Twitter. And ladies and gentlemen, if you know anything about new age athletes and that damn Notes app,
Got him in the chokehold.
It's got him in the chokehold, and I don't know why y'all think that is proper PR, but we're going to eventually learn proper PR. But he basically put out the 4-page notes screenshot requesting a trade from the Cowboys. This is a big deal, clearly. Jerry, are you going to do it? Now, what's even funnier is, Monday Night Raw comes on Netflix. So I'm sitting there watching Raw yesterday. What's the first commercial I see? America's Team, the sports documentary, and when a clip in there of Jerry saying, "This is the soap opera. It's bigger than," and I'm like, "Yeah, Micah, he about to make this a show."
He already has. Like what are we doing? He gets $1 more than Myles Garrett. That I know you thought, and the fact that he tried to Eurostep Micah's agent, so well, we had a handshake deal. Woo, that's nasty.
They're probably somewhere over there like, who is we? Who is this we? Who is this we that you speak of?
That's nasty.
Who is this we that you speak of? Kyle said, I like Nathaniel Hackett with the Broncos. That's another one. Yo, that was such a train wreck. That the same Broncos team? That was his Broncos team they put 70 up on, right?
The Miami team. Yeah, I think Miami put 70 up on. No, that was Vic Fangio. Was that Vic Fangio?
Was that Sean Payton?
Let's see, because that was Devon. That was H-Hands coming out party, right?
Oh yeah, that's when I knew I made a great trade.
That's when I traded for him. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, that was 2023. That might be Nathaniel.
No, that was Sean.
That was Sean Payton. That was Sean Payton's first year.
Yeah, that was the Russell Wilson year, though.
That was the Russell Wilson year. So Bam said, "I'm not paying Parsons more than Garrett did, but you got to.
You don't have to.
Yeah, you do.
You don't have
if you in the neighborhood, you're gonna get $1 more than the other guy.
That's a lot of money. Do you see? I mean, the numbers are comparable, so I can understand him wanting to get his money.
And the thing was, at first, Michael was like, I didn't want to break the market. I just wanted a fair deal. But now you're gonna give me the highest contract.
Now you're gonna have to spring that bread, brother.
So I don't feel sorry for Jerry.
Yeah, you have to spend that bread, Jerry. You have to spend that bread. What about the other trade requests come in the NFC East? Scary Terry. You think the Commanders are gonna let him go?
Here's the only gripe I have about the Scary Terry thing. The Commanders have paid all these other old ass players, but draw the line at their best receiver.
You know, I forgot they gave Bobby Wagner some money.
They paid Bobby Wagner. They have paid Zach Ertz. They have paid all these old ass people, but you won't draw the line at your best receiver.
I bet you it comes down to guaranteed money. It always does.
Well, I think he wants the same deal DK Metcalf got, or something similar.
Yo, let me ask you something. Where do you rank DK Metcalf and Terry McLaurin?
Like 15, 20.
Who's 15 and who's 20?
Like in the top, I would say top 12 to 18 wide receivers, like somewhere in there.
Yeah, but I'm asking you, if you're the GM of the Commanders and Terry's agent says, we believe we are just as good, if not better, than DK Metcalf, and we want that exact same deal. Do you agree with him and pay, or do you disagree and tell him, I think we can pay you a little bit less, but not as much as DK?
Here's the thing about that, right? Who you got that's better? Who do you have realistically that you can go get that is at the same level or better than Terry? Like, that's Terry's leverage. Like, who you gonna get that's at the same level or better at me right now?
Yeah, but we could also draft. Listen, we have a young QB and we got a good
You-
system, so
You
we
going
could.
you gonna waste year 2 of Jaden Daniels because you don't want to pay Terry McLaurin? Because the window's not that large.
We're
You
gonna
got
pay.
5 years.
We're gonna pay you all this money, guaranteed money, and potentially risk not having enough capital, the capital that we need when it's time to pay this man too.
Yep, that's the businessman.
Because
That's
how
the
many years
game.
you got on the rookie deal? 4.
4 and the 5th year option.
All right, 4
But
and
he can sign a rookie extension, I believe, after year 3 or 4.
Okay, so if we would have to give you a 3-year deal at minimum. No, 2-year deal at minimum. So that way, when that guaranteed money really hits,
Or you can give him 3 years, and that 3rd year is a dummy year. You can give him what he wants.
So Kyle says in his redraft rankings, he has DK Metcalf at wide receiver 15 and Terry McLaurin at wide receiver 24. But that's for fantasy football, so not an exact science.
But yeah, like Terry's leverage is, who are you going to get today that is as good as me or better than me, realistically?
And maybe they can say, who do you think is going to pay you this type of money at this age, at this stage of your career?
It's easier to find that than it is for the Commanders to get a receiver who's at the same level or better.
If you think you have a franchise QB, he can make someone better.
What does Jay Daniels do best?
Accuracy, placement.
The deep ball, pause.
No, but he's very he can make all the throws.
He is, but he specializes in throwing the deep ball. Who caught I don't know if he caught the most, but I think Terry McLaurin caught the most deep balls last year. Like more than AJ Brown. That's all AJ Brown catches.
Well, no, trust me, that he don't really have a bag. So we knew that, yeah.
Okay, before he got to Philadelphia, AJ Brown almost led the league in yards after catch. So he can do whatever he wants. AJ Brown low-key the best receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I want to let everyone know I was playing about that last AJ Brown joke, but I am going to highly disagree. He is not the best receiver in the NFL.
He third.
Not even. Yo, I still got Devontae Adams highly up there.
Oh, that's
If
because
if not even. Yo, he's still really, really good.
Okay.
If you I think it's undeniable that Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson are number 1 and 2. So
yep.
I mean, I start putting Devontae Adams at like that 3 range.
If you want to put CD Lamb at 3 over AJ, I'll listen. And that is
another one. Another one I think.
AJ Brown.
Another one I think could be better. I also listen. I think we sleep on Tyreek Hill. We still sleep on Tyreek Hill.
Knocked out.
All right, but
all right. Ross,
so yeah,
he always
another one. I think another one just as good, maybe if not better. Puka Nacua, another one's just as good, maybe better. Puka is nice.
Puka is nice. I'm not saying he's not.
But I still think Devontae Adams is.
They're not AJ Brown.
No, I think Devontae Adams is better.
Okay. Too bad his quarterback needs a new back.
Listen, and we can talk about that. I mean, listen, the Rams, they basically have to put out a new report every day about the health of Matthew Stafford and his back has been reported. He's got an epidural.
Matt, the universe is telling you to go sit down.
Listen, this might be his last real chance and the last real good team that, you know what I mean? This Rams team that they have now they feel like it's pretty good.
Here's something about a bad back. It don't take much to aggravate it. I'm not talking about he didn't even have to get like blindsided by a DN. It does not take much. You know old people with bad backs.
Are you trying to tell me about some of your back issues?
No, my back is strong, but I do know older people who have bad backs. It does not take a lot.
Bam, are you hearing this?
It does not take.
Bam,
those people with bad backs.
Nah, but you over here talking about my back is strong.
My back is strong. I work on my back.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That's
Bam! Guard. What?
That's crazy.
No, you crazy. You
That is crazy. That one was crazy.
you want some freak bullshit. Hey, let me ask you something. Back in your time, what was the weed like?
So, true story. One time I got high with my friends, and I don't know if the weed was laced, but I remember I couldn't move, and I watched my boy play Madden for like 6 hours, and I was like, yeah, I ain't never doing this again.
Man, you weren't smoking on that good stuff. You was smoking on that. You was smoking on that 6ix9ine, that snitch shit. That
Do you remember in Training Day when he smoked? He was like, "What is this?" He was like, "It's angel dust." That's what it felt like.
no. It didn't feel like that. Thank you, Bear. You talking about some work on his back? That is crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy without context.
You know,
I work on strengthening my back with weights, so I do not look like Matt Stafford. A little Superman. You put your arms up. You lay on your stomach. You put your arms up, and you turn yourself to like a little. Yeah, that works on your lower back. You do some rows, some pull-ups. Work on. Yeah, man. Protect your back. Yeah, I don't care what y'all see. Y'all not gonna make me feel bad. You and Bam go to hell.
So about a week or so ago, one of my homies out here was like, "Yo, I got to take you to this dispensary. It's like a mom and pop shop dispensary, one of the first mom and pop shop dispensaries here in the city. They're a little bit in the cut, but he was like, I'm telling you, they got some stuff in there, and it'd be on sale too, so you can go in there and make your dollars go a long way."
Okay.
He was like, and they got some stuff in there, like he was like, he was like, you gonna smoke good in there, I promise you.
Okay.
So a couple days ago, he was like, "Yo, what you doing? You trying to hit this dispensary for real?" I was like, "Damn, he must really want me to go try this thing out." So I said, "All right, let's try it out." Man, we go in this dispensary. First off, I should have known bro was onto something, because some of the strain names in there, they was exotic. And I started smelling stuff, like some stuff was like Lucky Charms Kush OG. And then when you smelled it, it smelled just like
Lucky Charms.
Brother, it smelled like that stuff. So then I was like, damn, hold on. Did my man really was he really on to something? So I got 3 strands, right?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to these names. Jordanz. JORDANZ. Blueberry Muffin.
Question.
Tahiti Twist.
Oh, these are black people. This is a black mom and pop shop.
It's a white one.
Nah, someone in there black. Someone in there is a colored.
Why do you say that?
Blueberry muffin?
Nah, but they had a lot. They had a lot. So how about yesterday? My man was like, "Yo, this is so good. You won't even want to smoke it." My homie was like, "This weed's so good here. You won't want to smoke it in anything else but papers, because like you're gonna ruin it. Like this is like really, really good weed." So I'm at the crib yesterday, before I go see Superman.
Oh, that's why you fell asleep.
When I tell you that motherfucking, I think it was the Jordanz. The blueberry muffin smokes incredible, like, and it tastes really well. That motherfucking Tahiti Twist, it tastes really well, but that Jordanz, brother, it had me on my fucking ass.
Oh, no wonder you sleep. So go see Superman sober.
Listen,
Can we? So Bam said weed gives me the occasional hallucination. You smoking crack like Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't do it anymore. Thank you, saving lives. This is the one. I remember grabbing a gun and hiding under a table, thinking I'm about to get robbed. Lord, I hope your wife wasn't in the house.
see, this be the thing when people tell me about some of their weed stories. I'll be like, "Yo, what the fuck were you smoking?" Because I have never in my life experienced anything like that.
Bam was smoking crack. We got him.
Like, I don't understand some of like these reactions to weed, because I be telling myself I have never experienced that, and I've smoked some weed in my life.
So I didn't
That's
know
the
what
weed RFK Jr. smokes.
No, he definitely smoking some shit. How about when I was DJing on Saturday? It's an impromptu DJ session. Like I got offered the gig while I was grocery shopping, and he asked me if I could start like in an hour and a half because someone else had got a miscommunication with someone else, so he just needed me to fill in. So I was like, cool, I got it. So I rushed out of the grocery store, got to this gig. That was body and shit. And then, once it's getting close to everyone knows it's like this place is getting ready to close and, they're starting to file out. One dude comes up to me and was like, yo, I saw people were like trying to figure out how to tip you XYZ, whoop-de whoop-de whoop. He was like, I wanted to tip you with this.
Don't smoke that. Do not smoke that.
Now he said he works at a farm.
I don't give a fuck where he worked. Don't smoke that. Don't take drugs from strangers. I feel like that is rule number one in Dare.
Yeah, so I just got this.
That has crack in it.
Can I ask why you put that's that 80s baby and you be putting crack in everything. Damn, that's right. Listen, you 80s babies, y'all so afraid of the crack epidemic again that it'd be jumping out of y'all
First
sometimes.
of all, I was born in '89. It's technically barely an '80s baby.
It'd be jumping out of y'all. Y'all listen, it ain't coming back. It ain't coming back.
It ain't going nowhere. What you mean?
Yeah, but it ain't coming back. It's like zombies. It ain't coming back.
Crack ain't never left. Crack's still here. Aaron Rodgers smokes crack.
Don't smoke crack.
He gave you the tip. Bam. That is the craziest sentence I think I've ever heard.
He gave me the tip. Whoa. Who is he talking to?
He's talking to you.
When did I say that?
The thing you posted up. He said he gave you the tip.
Wait, I said what?
So when you showed us what that man gave you, I said it was crack. Bam saying he gave you the tip.
No. This is Bam. First off, I'm not gonna show it not on camera. I'm not gonna incriminate myself. Yo, Bam, watch your fucking mouth.
Damn. You should double his fantasy dudes for that.
Watch your fucking mouth. Well, I gotta add him to. Oh, Bam is joining the redraft league. He's
taking okay.
Bam's taking the fuckboy spot.
Bam said test that for fentanyl. Good idea. Yeah, everything fentanyl is a new crack.
Speaking of which, I gotta find a person to take over in my dynasty league, 12-team dynasty league.
Send me the roster. What's the buy-in?
Same as the one. This one's 82.
Let's see, how much is redraft?
They're both 80. One's just one.
No, I'm talking about the redraft that I'm in. The Bam's joining.
Oh no! This dynasty is 50, not 80.
Oh, okay. What's the roster? Throw that thing on the WNBA court. Bam, go to hell.
I can tell you the roster right now. Wait, why is no?
Bam, you a nasty man.
Why is my team name not showing?
I'm praying for Bam's family tonight.
Bam did what?
Bam said throw that thing on the WNBA court. Dog, them some nasty. Did you see who they found the dude who did it in Atlanta?
No, we're gonna get to the basketball because I have some. I got
While
some.
You do that, I'll prep up the North stuff. So this week, as you guys know, we do our annual division breakdown. Since we were off last week unexpectedly, this week we're going to stay in the North, both the AFC and the NFC North. This one's probably going to be a little bit quicker than the usual ones. We'll give the records, a division winner, probably the biggest storylines for each division. For me, I think these two are the most competitive divisions in football. I think these two are going to be the most interesting divisions in football. Would you want to start in the AFC or the NFC?
We can start out. We can start out in the AFC, but before you do that, let me tell you some of the people on this team.
Okay.
Funny enough, I know this guy was kind of sick when he did this because he had a really good draft. He had like a top 5 draft pick going in it, but he had to defend his friends.
Okay.
Or if that's what he wanted to call himself doing. I don't know. His friend's a bitch, but his friend's a bitch. And when we catch this nigga, we going.
That's the second one tonight.
So on this team, CJ Stroud, Isaiah Pacheco, you're gonna like this one. Omarion Hampton, Puka Nakua, Nico Collins, Sam Laporta, Xavier Worthy, Jonnu Smith, Javante Williams, Baker Mayfield. Benches: Jacoby Brissett, Dylan Lobb, Audric Estime, Blake Corum, Kamani Vidal, Jordan James, Patrick Taylor, Sean Tucker, Zach Charbonnet, Michael Wilson, Luke McCaffrey, Jaden Higgins, Matthew Golden, Tutu Atwell, Joshua Palmer, Jalen Naylor, Marvin Mims, Terrence Ferguson, Dalton Schultz, Malik Washington, Sione Vaki, and Xavier Weaver on the taxi.
How many? What is draft picks?
Let's see. Draft picks. This team has their 2026 first, second, and fourth. They have their 2027 first, second, third, and fourth. They have their 2028 first, second, third, and fourth.
Okay, so they just don't have their third next year.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, interesting. I don't think I'm interested. That bench sounds boring as fuck.
Well, he did have like a top 3 pick last year.
I can see why.
So.
Cal said, speaking of fantasy dudes, only 2 people have paid. We have to end in September, right? Well, I paid mine, but we have until the end of September, right?
Yeah, we got the end of September. I'm gonna start paying. I mean, I got to start getting together payments.
I just got tired of that fucking email every Monday morning. Like, I'm trying to go to work, and it's like, no.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully other people are getting it too, so that way, well, everyone's getting it. If you're
everyone's getting it.
That means, you gotta ignore it. So we said we're going to start out in the AFC.
We'll start off in the AFC North.
All right. You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. So, the AFC North. I have 3 teams going into the playoffs in the AFC North, but in last place at 5-12, 1-5, Cleveland Browns. Don't need to say why. Third place, 9-8, a 2-4 record in the division. The last seed in the playoffs. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers finally make it back to the playoffs this year. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is cooked, but I think he is good enough with that roster and that defense. Hopefully Cam Hayward gets his money and comes back. I think that's enough. I think they have enough. Second place in the division, also at 9-8, but 4-1 in the division. I have the Cincinnati Bengals. They are my 6th seed, which means at 12-5 and 5-1 in the division, I have the Baltimore Ravens as the 3 seed. I'll say this about the Ravens. I think they have the potential to be great if their pass defense improves, which it should, because they have Jair Alexander now. They drafted Malachi Starks at the other safety beside Cal Hamilton. So that's my order for the AFC North.
All righty. AFC North. Well, I'm looking at my standings for the AFC right now. I want to remind everyone that I have already put 4 teams into the AFC playoffs. So I have the Chiefs being my 1 seed. I have the Jags as my 4 seed. I have the Chargers as my 5th seed. And I did put the Broncos as my 7th seed. As we look into the AFC North, coming in dead last with a divisional record of 2-4 and an overall record of 4-13, I have the Cleveland Browns. I think they will be cleaning that house after this season, or maybe not. At 7-10 and 3-3 in the division, nothing much is changing. I got the Cincinnati Bengals missing the playoffs again with a lot of offense and not a lot of defense. Adding to my list of playoff teams, I have the 6th seed at 11-6 overall, 4-2 in the division. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to take this team where they need to be. I think they're going to be a really good defensive team. So now that we have the 6th seed, so I got my wild card teams in there. 5 seed the Chargers, 6 seed the Steelers, 7 seed the Broncos. The division champion again with a divisional record of 5-1, finishing with an overall record of 13-4, and the number 2 seed in the AFC. I have the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Ravens are the best team in the division. I think Lamar is the best QB in the division. I mean, if it doesn't make it obvious who I have as the clear number 3 seed, y'all know I got the Chiefs as the 1 seed, the Ravens as the 2 seed, so you know who I'm putting in as the 3 seed, and I don't have any other teams making it out of the playoff. I mean, making it to the playoffs outside of the Bills from the AFC East. So I'll let people know right now.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does. I don't.
What are we talking about? We're going biggest storylines for you?
Yeah, the biggest storyline for me is when we talk about the core 4, it's Mahomes, Josh, Joe, and Lamar. Well, you got 2 of them in this division. Can one of them finally do something against Mahomes in the playoffs? I feel like that's all. That's first. Joe has to make it to the playoffs. But in regards to Lamar and the Ravens, like, can he finally do something in the playoffs when it really matters? I think that's the biggest, outside of the Bengals paying Trey Hendrickson. I feel like that's the biggest storyline coming out of this division. Can one of the core 4 actually do something in the playoffs against Mahomes?
My biggest storyline is the disappointment of all professional football fans that live in the state of Ohio. Because if it ain't one thing, it's a motherfucking another with these 2 teams, and I don't foresee it getting any better for Ohio fans. And so, my heart will be with you.
Mine won't,
because it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly in Cleveland and in Cincinnati, in my opinion.
Well, let's watch Ja'Marr Chase every week. I love Ja'Marr Chase. He's like my 2nd favorite player in the league.
Yeah, he's good. Let's talk about the real division in the North. The real division in the North.
It's really hard. I have some surprises in here.
Honestly, this division wasn't as hard for me. There was a little bit of homerness shown, but I also tried to be pretty realistic for what I think this division is going to look like. I'll start us off. Finishing 7-10, continuing the trend of mediocrity, continuing the trend of frustrating losses, and bonehead game and clock management. I have the Chicago Bears again finishing last in this division, 7-10, divisional record of 3-3. Caleb Williams is going to continue to be a poor man's Kyler Murray, and well, actually no, because that would be disrespectful to Kyler Murray. Caleb Williams is just going to continue to be one of the most hilarious number 1 overall picks that we've had in a long time.
Love it.
Finishing 3rd in the division, surprisingly with a divisional record matching the Chicago Bears at 3-3, but finishing 9-8 overall and just barely missing the playoffs out of youthfulness at the QB position. I'm saying the Minnesota Vikings will finish 3rd in the division. I think JJ McCarthy is going to be the QB of their future, but I also think it's going to take him a little while, and he might not pick it up until later. So I have the Vikings finishing about 7-10. I mean, not 7-10. I have them finishing 9-8 and 3-3 in the division. Finishing 2nd in the division with a divisional record of 3-3, including 1 loss to the Bears, which will definitely confuse me. 10-7 overall, 3-3 in the division. You guessed it. The Green Bay Packers.
Wow.
I have them being the 6th seed in the playoffs. I want to remind everyone, so far, I have the Falcons as at 10-7 as the 7th seed. I'm putting the Packers at 10-7 as the 6th seed. So 10 wins is where I'm putting the bar at where you need to get to in the NFC. And then finishing with a divisional record, get this, a 5-1, which is really going to propel them in the NFC North. I have the Detroit Lions finishing 12-5 overall, 5-1, and the number 2 seed in the NFC.
Okay.
I can tell you, I don't have anyone from the NFC West holding the number 1 overall seed in the NFC, so it's definitely coming from the NFC East, my number 1 overall seed.
Okay.
As nasty as that sounds, it's definitely going to come. It's definitely going to come from the NFC East.
Wow. So, like I always say this: you're better at this than me. But at 5-12, at 2-4, with the 2-4 record, I have the Bears in last place again. I don't think we're anywhere close.
So everyone agrees that this team is not going to be good.
I don't think it is. This is where things turn for me. 6-11, 2-4 in the division.
Green Bay Packers, baby.
The Detroit Lions. And we're gonna get to them in a second with my biggest storyline with the Detroit Lions. Second place at 12-4 with a 4-2 record and the 5 seed for me, the Minnesota Vikings. All J.J. McCarthy has to do is beat Sam Darnold. And I think J.J. McCarthy is Sam Darnold. We're not asking him to be Superman. Be Sam Darnold. I think he can do it. And then at 12-4, 5-1, and my 1 seed, the Green Bay Packers.
1 seed in what?
In the NFC.
You out your motherfucking mind.
The 1 seed in the NFC, the Green Bay Packers. Now, granted, one of those 4 losses is going to be to Philadelphia on Monday night. But
you out your mind.
I'm out my mind? You don't believe?
Hold on 1 second. Yo, let me call you right back. Bro, let me just call you right back.
The Green Bay Packers are the 1 seed.
You're crazy.
By a game.
You're crazy.
I believe in the Packers.
I believe in the Packers too.
You have Josh Jacobs. Like we not splitting atoms here, man.
Let me tell you something. Today, the Green Bay. Okay, I'm gonna say this, and Kyle, maybe correct me if you think I'm wrong. The Green Bay Packers, dead ass, may not have a healthy enough wide receiver room for Week 1.
Well, I have to
Josh
totally.
Jacobs Week 1 might get 50 carries.
Hey, work for Saquon.
No, you're not getting it. This team is. I appreciate the faith. This team is young and they are still figuring it out. Listen. Can
we talk about this for a second? I'm so sick of hearing that shit about how young that team is. At some point, you got to grow up.
And they ain't done it yet, man.
You've been young.
We had practice. We still can't get a snap off. They be fucking up the snap in practice.
They've been young for 4 years.
Yeah, and they still young.
They've been young for 4 years.
And they've been replacing people for the last 2 or 3 while still being competitive too. So what do you want them to do?
I have faith in the Packers.
Listen, man.
But
I think Kyle sees my vision. He knows this. This is how I know me and Kyle are real.
Like I said, you guys, you're better at this than I am, and you have been since we've started doing this. So I would defer to what you say over what I say. But
I mean, if what you're saying happens, I would love it. But you got to think the Packers. So here's the other thing about being a Packers fan. You know, there's going to be at least 2, maybe 3 losses this year that were so winnable. It is going to make your blood boil at the fact that if a football team found a way to lose that game. There's going to be 1 or 2 games where the Packers just straight up did not get off the bus to play. And it's those games, okay, all of our teams have those. They didn't even show up. They just got ran through.
Yep.
And then there's going to be 1 loss that's just going to be absolutely heartbreaking where we had it. Last year it was definitely the second Detroit game.
Okay.
It was the second Detroit game in Detroit
where it was a Thursday night game where basically we're going back and forth, and we couldn't stop them on fourth down, and they just kept going for it on fourth down. We couldn't stop them, and it was about a minute and something left. Game was pretty much tied. Defense gets a stop. We have a chance to go win the game. Of course, they go for it on fourth down. They end up draining the clock down, and like there's going to come one of those games that we're going to lose, and then the other ones will be wins. But then some of the wins will be some nasty wins where like we'll be dominating, and then the other team will make a flurry come back, and now we got to edge one out. There's going to be at least one or two blowout wins. Like I know what the Packers are going to do. I know it. There's also a chance that the Packers might fucking stink this year. And you know what? Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. I sat through those last couple years of Mike McCarthy, and they were fucking putrid. Bring it on, Green Bay. Bring it the fuck on.
Well, can I go back to the Detroit slander?
No, yeah, go ahead.
What does life look like when Dan Campbell doesn't have the best of everything? I'm so intrigued. He lost both coordinators. Frank Ragnow retired. Let's see how great life is when Dan Campbell doesn't have the best of everything. Because you know what Nick Sirianni's had to do? He's had to replace coordinators multiple times. And you know what Nick Sirianni did?
Why Eagles fans always want to talk about their little sap-ass struggle for the few couple years? Yo, y'all had to
we talk about Dan Campbell like he is some sort of great coach.
Yeah, and they be trying to talk about Nick Sirianni like he won too.
Hey, he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and hey.
Yeah, and has made
Listen, should I go to the next? I can list a couple of coaches who have won Super Bowls. I don't know if
Nick has been to 2 and won 1.
Okay.
Has Matt LaFleur been to 1?
Nah, he hasn't. Exactly, but that's my point. Sometimes
great coaches.
Sometimes great coaches don't make it to Super Bowls, but bro coaches do. It'd be like that.
All I keep hearing is Dan Campbell's a great coach. Dan Campbell this, Dan Campbell that. All right, pimp. Prove it.
Well, he don't impact what happens on the field. He
prove it. No. Prove it. Now's his chance. Prove it.
And this is why nobody be happy for Eagles fans.
Prove it. Is that all I hear about is Nick Sirianni is the culture setter. He ain't no coach. He don't do nothing. His coordinators do everything. He just sitting there chilling. What does Dan do? Let's see what life look like when you ain't got Ben Johnson calling flea flicker double passes to save you when you in trouble. That's all.
Listen. Can we talk? Okay, we can get to NCAA. Can we talk about the WNBA real quick?
Yes, we can talk about the WNBA real quick.
Y'all in the W throwing dildos? Y'all at the W games throwing dildos. Y'all are at the WNBA games throwing dildos on the court. Multiple dildos. Y'all have multiple WNBA. Now, the Atlanta dildo, acceptable because of where it was. And I thought that was just going to be a random one-time thing. But y'all throwing dildos in cities like, where is that? Seattle? Indiana?
I think
y'all throwing dildos on the court in Indiana. They don't even use them out there. They use corn.
How are they getting them into the arena?
No, hold on. You can get them things.
Because have you seen them? Like, they are massive. How are you getting this into the arena? You've seen the pictures. Them joints are massive, man. How you get this joint into the arena?
What you mean? They wearing them.
You would see if someone like be for real. Like, what is that in
they wearing them. Hey, Bam. Hey. Bam, they at the game pulling up. Yeah, we're going to have to go through security real quick.
What is that bulge, ma'am? Sir? It don't even fit.
And you can identify how you want. So what you going to say? I ain't a man. I'm sitting here with a dick, ain't I?
They got to be sticking to me.
You going to ask me to take my rubber dick out and show it to you that I'm a man? Or you going to believe that I'm a man?
Nah, dog. Ain't no way. No.
Come on, man.
IUDs in the arena.
Listen, I need to know. All right, tell me how much you laughed when you saw the reactions of the players on the court when they see this.
Because they didn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do.
Things are being said that have never been said before. Sophie Cunningham tweeted out, "Stop throwing dildos."
Stop throwing dildos on the court, please. An insane tweet.
And then two nights later, they do a
So someone threw it right at her. Shut up. We'll do whatever we want.
Yeah, y'all let the W get. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle said throwing stuff at a game is a dildo.
Man, you want me to take my rubber dick out?
No, that's saying like that's they saying like in security line. They go, sir, ma'am, sir, there's what's that bulge? What? I'm a man. It's my dick. You asked me to pull it out? I'm
Yep.
hard right now. What's the problem?
Yep, sir. I need you to go over.
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna. Yeah, we got a silicone test. We're gonna have to run this by body scan.
How are they getting them in the arena?
Bro, they're wearing them.
No, they are inserting them.
No, they're not. They're wearing them. Hey, what do you do when you used to be hard in class, but you have to walk in front of the class?
You've seen the pictures.
You got to put it on the belt, and that's what they're doing. Oh yeah, especially. Oh, they most definitely. They wearing the belts. They wearing the belts tight, and they flipping the strap on, dick. They pushing it forward and wrapping it under the belt.
Nah, brother, hold on. We got to find a picture because you need to understand.
No, they're massive.
They are massive, dog.
And we don't need to keep talking about the size of these things.
No, we do. Here, I'm gonna send you a link. I need you to
wait, but why do we do this? We gotta hold on.
Share the screen, please, sir.
I don't know if I feel comfortable.
Share the screen, please, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, he wants me to share this. Listen, do you want me to put a dick on the phone?
Share the screen, please, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let y'all know I don't condone this.
Please share the screen, sir. I need the people.
I want to be.
Oh shit, where'd they go? Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Do you see? Like that ain't nothing slight.
Yeah, you just gotta take this and you gotta inverse it this way, and you gotta hide it along the belt line. So imagine this is your body. You just gotta flip this up and hide it underneath. Yeah, you got that. Let me get that off the screen. People don't need to see that, but
stop throwing dildos on the court, man.
Listen, when Sophie Cunningham tweeted that and they threw a dildo on her the very next day, I'm gonna be honest with you. I shouldn't have been laughing that hard, but I was at my crib like, man, this is a little too much dick in the phone for me.
And it's funny because
this is a basketball court, so you gotta pull this thing out and you gotta really chug and swing that shit.
And you really gotta put your where do you sit and throw that so that
and imagine sitting next to someone, they just pull out a big ass dildo and throw that thing like a javelin. They just javelin throwing that thing.
I'm snitching.
They got that thing. Have you ever seen a javelin thrower at a track meet? No, they kind of hold it like this. So he got cock in one hand like this with dick just glazing off like this, just ready to ejaculate, and they're just catch that dick. That's how they throwing it.
Security, they throwing dick over there.
I know whoever throwing it, you sick fuck. You gotta throw. When you throw it, I know you making a little grunt noise because you putting some effort into it. So now you
100%.
Now you moaning while you throwing dick. Literally,
insane.
You freaky boy.
Freak boys. Yeah. Throw him in jail. Well, the guy in Atlanta got caught, and I think he is being charged.
Yeah, but like, what you charging him with?
I don't know. We gotta learn his lesson.
Listen, there will be I'm not going to condone. I'm not going to encourage it, but I feel like there's going to be more dicks on the court.
I hope not. Lord, we don't need no more dick on the court. We watch the WNBA because there's no dick on the court.
Yeah, but you cannot tell me you didn't laugh a little bit when you saw these.
Oh, I cackled.
Because I'm just sitting there like, and imagine. All right, so imagine bringing your kid to the game. What's this stoppage for, Daddy? They gotta clean up dick off the court. Yeah, that's your mouth. They just get
You say, hey son, you want to go get a soda?
Nah, you gotta be like, oh, that's your mouth, boy. They just clean dick off the court, boy.
Until the boy said that looked like me on the court, and you're like, all right, it's time to go home.
Hey, my God, what is wrong with you?
Stop throwing dildos on the court.
Let's go to the WWE. We didn't get to cover SummerSlam.
We did not.
What were your thoughts? Let's name some winners. The Wyatt Six retained their championship. Sami Zayn beat Karrion Kross. Dominic Mysterio beat AJ Styles. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso beat Braun and Bronson. Braun, I guess you can call them. Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre beat Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. I cackled at that one.
Yes.
Solo Sikoa retained versus Jacob Fatu. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss beat the Judgment Day. Becky beat Lyra Valkyria with maybe a little bit of help from Bayley. We'll wait and see. Naomi retained. Tiffany Stratton retained. CM Punk won, and then Seth Rollins cashed in on some I was never really injured type shit. And Cody Rhodes won the championship back from John Cena, who then proceeded to get attacked by the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
The only thing I really had problems with, Jade Cargill should have won.
She not ready.
Shit. She better than Tiffany Stratton.
She not ready.
You think she ready? Becky Hogan beating Lyra Valkyria. If you're going to build up a young star, build up a young star. And that was it wrestling, like match-wise. I really didn't have a problem with anything else. I felt some kind of way about Tiffany beating Jay clean in like 4 minutes.
No, it was kind of a long match.
I mean, it was like 7 minutes. That's not long for a championship match.
She not ready.
When will she be ready?
Not yet. They still got to. We got to get really over with the crowd. You can get close to over, but I don't think she's over.
Like, did she go beat Naomi for her championship? Is that the plan? Because we could have just did that.
No. No more of that. No more Naomi versus Jade.
Because we need Naomi versus Bianca at WrestleMania. Someone needs the belt.
No more Naomi versus Jade. I've had enough.
But
of
I'm
that.
saying, like, between Jade and Bianca, someone needs the belt before WrestleMania, and I would prefer if they have held the belt for a long time.
Or maybe if we get Jade and Naomi again, maybe this time like Naomi will win.
Yeah.
Because you don't.
They've been building Jade for she has been on a rocket ship since she came back in Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, and slow her down some. Let me tell you something. I was sick for CM Punk.
Oh, the fact that he even agreed to do that.
So him and Seth Rollins really don't like each other.
I don't know, because have you watched Unreal on Netflix?
I haven't started it yet.
Yeah, so if you watch it before Elimination Chamber, like they're all collaborating on how the match is going to go, and they're standing right beside each other. It doesn't feel like there's any ill will there. I mean, there could be, but it's not to the point where they can around each other.
Or maybe they've kind of had some talks, and you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah. So Punk talks about that too, about how much he used to hate Triple H, and
really?
Watch on like it is a very good scene. It's really good.
All right, might have to. Maybe I should have watched that instead of going to see Formula One.
Yeah, maybe. But
that'll be a suggestion of yours. I take.
Okay, because I do watch wrestling. I appreciate that. I enjoy WWE. I can't wait to see the season 2 comes out next year.
Oh, they're bringing it back?
Yeah, it's coming back next year.
So what do they? Is it just like a period of time or certain matches that they're focused on?
Yeah,
Or
so I think this season it's the Rumble to WrestleMania.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's the and what came first? When was did the Netflix debut come first? I think the Netflix debut
Yeah.
came first. So it starts there. So it's the Netflix debut to WrestleMania.
Okay.
And I think next year is going to be like this part of what's happening because I think it's early next year. So I want to hear the conversations about like, let's bring Brock Lesnar back. I need to know like who was okay, who was like, yeah, let's do it. Screw it.
Listen, I think the WWE, sort of like Formula One, they're trying to get more eyes on the sport, and they recognize the only way that you can do that is going globally. What are your thoughts on some of the deals that's been announced? ESPN and WWE, UFC and Paramount, they're owned by the same parent company, and TKO. TKO is trying to get some money back.
And do you know what that is? That is a recession indicator.
What do you mean?
When pay-per-views are disappearing.
Wait, explain that. That's
Well,
a
I'm
very
just talking.
that's a very intelligent point that I may not have.
It's just a theory. I don't have much evidence, but when WWE has did this back in COVID, right? Like even before, because they had the WWE Network where you subscribe and then you get all the PLEs, and then they went to Peacock. Like WWE has kind of faded away from pay-per-views for a long time, but UFC,
like the traditional pay-per-views.
yeah, but UFC thrives on the pay-per-view. That's kind of the whole point. Like even the ESPN Plus subscribers have to pay more
for the
pay-per-view. Like that's the point. That's where you make your money. So the fact that they're selling everything to Paramount, that just doesn't seem like you have much confidence that people are going to have money for pay-per-views over the next, how long is the deal? 5-6 years?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe that's, oh damn, Kyle literally took my next sentence. So maybe pay-per-views are just a thing of the past and streaming is the new way to do it.
But here's the thing, though. Have you heard anything over the past 3 or 4 years that UFC buys are low? Like pay-per-view buys are low. I don't pay attention to UFC, but I don't think I've seen anything that indicates that people aren't buying UFC fights.
But I keep seeing UFC on all these different platforms and whatnot, which is telling me.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like premium fights are still pay-per-view at UFC. And I haven't seen anything about, like if John Jones decided to fight tomorrow, that's going to be pay-per-view.
You're right about that.
And now the fact that they just sold all of it to Paramount for 5 years, I don't think that's a good sign. Like that's
maybe that's why John Jones said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here."
Yeah. So what did the buys like? Because most of the fighters make money off the buy. Like that's the point, right? Like if we sell more, we make more. So what does it look like now for fighters and buys? Like there are no more buys. It's a flat rate. Well, what does that mean for them?
You're trying to take home. Now it might be going by venue and where you can sell like ticket, like not ticket, yeah, like live tickets.
And yeah. Also, Bam says UFC keeps the pay-per-view numbers hidden. That is the
same thing. It's good.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. See, again, I don't follow UFC, but I just know
makes sense.
If you don't have the confidence that consumers are going to have the disposable income to buy premium fights, well, what do? You sell them. You sell it.
What if I told you I used to not be good at rolling these papers and now
you're podding and rolling a blunt at the same time? That is multitasking if I've ever seen it. You roll
two. Listen, what's funny is, funny enough, my friend telling me, "Hey, these will make you never want to use swishers again." He's kind of right. But then if I kick my black and mild habit, that's one of my goals.
One last thing about wrestling before I stop talking. I love this version of Charlotte Flair. This is what we've been asking for like 6 years. She doesn't need to be around the world heavyweight title to be relevant, and and it's great.
I think it's funny. I like her new little cocky angle. Let me tell you what else I think is funny outside of the way my dog looks.
The Shuafala tribal thief,
Hilarious.
gold. Whoever was in that room and came up with that, you need a raise. I like that. The tribal thief, the Shuafala.
The shoe will follow. Like when Michael Cole said that at SummerSlam, I was like, oh, we got him. But yeah, Unreal actually follows, like one of the episodes follows Charlotte, like as she comes back from the Rumble, as she wins the Rumble, like when Tiffany Stratton gave her that divorce line, like Triple H is like, oh, you talking about me being a freak ass boy.
Oh, look at
your dog right now.
Yeah, look at wait, what did she say after that divorce line?
Oh, like so a producer walks up to Triple H and is like, yeah, she real upset about that. And like Hunter's like, yeah, like Tiffany needs to go apologize to her because that's not how we do things around here.
Oh, so wait, they really be going off script. Hey, you can't really do nothing because it's already set out in the world. So you can go out there and be like, hey man, your mother's a hoe.
But
and now they gotta be like, oh, that's someone in the back like, oh shit.
But the thing about that is, if you do it and you're a champion, like Triple H can just take the belt from you.
Huh?
He can just take the belt. Like if Tiffany kept stepping out of bounds, well, fuck it, you'll drop the belt to Charlotte, easy. Or you just won't get a title shot, easy.
But can't you just? Well, I don't know. I guess it's like the ref is the one that has to do the 1, 2, 3. So yeah.
And they talk about that, like they talk about like how the refs. Yeah, man, you should watch it.
All right.
Lick him in the mouth, Hendrix. Good night. We gotta go. Fuck
Hey,
it.
yo.
We gotta go.
Good with you, Bam.
Bam, you a nasty man, dog. We gotta go. Nah, man.
Listen, here's my thing about dogs. They come in here, they do this thing where they just stare at you like this. No, look at this. Look at the camera. No, look at the camera, boy. Look at the camera.
Hey, Hendrick. Yeah, what's up, killer?
Look at the camera. No.
Nah, Hendrick said,
right.
"Put me down." He
All
trying,
right.
he trying to look you in the eye.
No, because he ready to eat.
Yeah, he hungry.
Before we get out of here, what else did I wanted to see? Couple things. Last two things. A couple weeks ago, an Ohio baby is believed to have broken the record, becoming the world's oldest baby after being born from an embryo that was frozen 30 years ago. Ohio couple Linda and Tim Pierce was born a couple weekends ago, but the embryo was frozen in 1994. So, Danny, how would you feel if you found out your embryo was frozen in 94, but you were born in 2025?
I think that's so cool. Like I've been on this earth for 30 years. You dog, that's dope. You don't agree?
Mama, daddy, it's that strong stuff. Gotta open the windows for this.
Okay.
Mama, daddy, thank you for bumping and grinding when you did. Because I could not imagine being born in a generation that cannot not use their phones and didn't get to see BET Uncut.
Fair enough. Now I will say, Tim and Linda Pierce probably aren't the original parents of that embryo. Because if that embryo was frozen in 94, I'm assuming the parents at that time were in their 20s or 30s. So that's probably an embryo that has been donated to Linda and Tom, which is even cooler. Because I doubt Linda and Tom froze an embryo 30 years ago and then had a baby, because that is biologically impossible almost. Like even best case scenario, if they froze that embryo when Linda was 18, that means they transferred that embryo when Linda was 48. Not a lot of women having babies at 48.
Now I'm tight because I could have been born when Biggie was alive.
No, you couldn't.
He died in 96.
When were you born?
I was born May of 96. He died later that year.
Okay, well, someone who was alive and coherent, you ain't missing much. Everyone was sad. You missed a lot of sadness. You missed a lot of sadness. But I
Could have
feel
been here for 97 Hove, though.
97 Hova. So I started listening to Hove at the Blueprint. So that's 2000, 2001. And then I had to back.
Listen, no. That was 9/11, 2001. Brother dropped an album on 9/11, and folks said, "God, let me get that Blueprint one."
Let me get that man Blueprint.
They was dead ass. They was up there like, God damn, they didn't tear the tower down. Let me get that Blueprint one, please, real quick though.
You probably get it for free.
Damn,
The towers fall.
Yes, go ahead, take it.
This CD shop not to be, man. It's not about to be here.
I'm older than D. Listen, I get tagged all the time for being old in soul, but younger in age.
I'm old all the way around.
Last thing, and then we're gonna get up out of here. And this is the real reason why I had to go ahead and fire this one up. Des Bryant was on Twitter. I'm not even sure. Now, hold on, Bam. I do remember 9/11. I'm not even sure what he said that Nicki Minaj could have found offensive.
Nothing.
But Nicki Minaj, she said something to Des Bryant. And Des Bryant, his initial response was literally, Nicki Minaj, I'm a big fan. I don't want no problems.
The most interesting thing about that entire story.
See, but wait, before you get to that. That tweet, that Des Bryant tweet, the Nicki Minaj, I don't want no problems, that was the first tweet I saw. So I'm like, what the hell? The very next tweet. Now you go ahead and say what you said.
Nah, I think we about to go the same route where Nicki is like, she's I got 10 million.
No, that's a few tweets down.
Okay, that's for me. That's where I'm going with the story. So you go ahead.
And then I think the very next tweet was something. Shouldn't you be somewhere beating you?
Oh yeah.
So then I was like, well, goddamn, how did we get in, Nicki? And brother, each tweet just got worse. And then maybe like 2 or 3 tweets later, this is when I'm sitting around. This is where I think this gets a little funny. She said, I got 10 million in cash. If you come over here and beat my husband's ass. And I was sitting there like, now I wonder where he was at when she said that. Like, I wonder if he was like, yeah, I whooped Des Bryant ass. Like, I wonder if he said that to her, or maybe
he most certainly did not.
Or maybe he was in the gas station real quick, wouldn't get, putting 50 on the Cullinan or something like that. And
he was probably asleep. Babe, wake up. You got to go fight Des Bryant because we've been talking shit on Twitter. If you lose, I'll lose $10 million.
And he was probably like, oh, yeah, Desmond over on Bryant Avenue? Yeah, he was like, no, Des Bryant. And he was probably like, no.
Why are you talking on my behalf? And Kyle, she was doing everything but talking about him being a sexist. She was talking about him beating his mom. Yeah, that was. And Des' response to that was, yo, I'll beat his ass in front of you. Nothing. That was the end of that conversation.
Listen. Have we not learned nothing from the man who threw the bottle at Aaron Donald in that club?
No, we haven't. I forgot all about that.
There's a few type of athletes you maybe. I think there's a few type of professional athletes that if you're going to try, you should know what you're getting into. Football players, they're number one. Mostly because not only are most of them massive human beings, but football players very rarely ever travel alone.
That's true.
They very rarely ever travel alone. And knowing football players, position groups are friends with different position groups. And they're also friends with their own position groups. So you might catch the running backs in the corners. Or you might catch the offensive and defensive lineman out one day, and now you got a problem. Actually, with all these guys, you have a problem. Worst situation you can be in for you non-athletes out here, picking a fight with a quarterback in public. It's gonna be bad. Because I can tell you, no matter who the football player is, you put your hands in a quarterback. Tell him, Danny.
You might be in the upper room.
You might. Second group of players, hockey players.
Yeah, I'd never fight a hockey player. That's number one on my list.
Third group of players. Are we talking? We're talking team sports. Let me think about this. Oh, easy. Wrestlers.
Yeah.
Wrestlers. I'm not fighting wrestlers.
Fight baseball players. Fight basketball players. And even then, you're pushing it.
Nah. You really think? All right.
You gonna fight that?
Okay, I think basketball players is definitely positional. Yeah.
Would you fight John Wall?
Okay. Maybe I might throw basketball. Maybe they may not be at the top of the list, but maybe I have to put some basketball players.
But baseball, yeah. Like, would you fight Mookie Betts?
No, well, see, here's the thing. We say that, but then
I ain't fighting nobody.
you end up with you end up having to deal with a motherfucker like Aaron Judge.
That's what I'm saying. Or Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah,
I know Shohei Ohtani fucked somebody up. Mike Trout
like,
fucked somebody up.
It's like all right, like they say, all right, you want a problem with a baseball player? Here we go. And now it's like, oh shit, hello, Mr. Judge.
Oh, not
That's
you.
what you say. Hello, Mr. Judge. How are you doing? I just wanted to shake your hand.
I'm talking about the guy in the bullpen. Yeah, that guy over there. Him.
Yeah. Now I'm talking about the other motherfucker. That motherfucker in the bullpen. It's like, all right, here comes Shohei Ohtani or Mike Trout.
No, not them. The other guy in the bullpen.
Yeah, it's like, all right, brother, this isn't getting easier. But listen, if you really want to pick a fight with someone, y'all picking the tennis players. But here's the thing: some of these other sports, some of the sports I just mentioned, that's if you really want the fair one. Some of these other sports, you might mess around. They may not want to fight. They just might be crazy enough to shoot or stab you.
Yeah.
The ones that you would like, you know what I mean? A football player will fight you. Like a football player or a hockey player will just fist the cuffs. We run this right now. A tennis player, these motherfuckers are psycho already. They might stab you for it.
Fight a golfer.
They might, no. What? With that type of precision and accuracy and wrist strength?
Okay, good point.
You see what I'm saying?
I wouldn't fight a Formula One driver.
They might be crazy. Track athletes, I don't know.
Hell nah, because you can't run away.
Not only can you not run away, they're going to be in some pretty good strength. So if they got a pretty good shape. So
yeah, go fight the shot putter. All right, dog. See you next life.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. There's a range. So you can fight the shot putter. You may be able to outrun him, but now you got to like get your hands off. Get their hands off.
And once they get their hands on you,
you know what I mean?
Who is Bryson?
He's a golfer.
Oh, okay.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want to fight like a golfer or a baseball player because when they have something in their hands, they're probably extremely accurate and they probably have the hip motion. Do you realize kind of how hard it is to hit a golf ball?
Yes.
And really make it travel to exactly where you want it to go? So that means if they have that much strength and control and like hip movement and arms and stuff like that, imagine if you gave them an object that if they were to have an object in a fight that they could just whop.
This Bryson guy definitely says the N-word. I do not want to fight him.
And then I'm not even gonna like if you like I'm not mentioning sports like boxing and MMA and these combat sports because if you're dumb enough to try one of these guys,
yeah, you deserve everything you get.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I could not imagine the guy who sees John Jones in the club and says, fuck that guy. It's like, yo, dog.
Jail. Someone who wants to die.
But it's also like someone, like, what's crazy is like some of those smaller MMA guys, like
lightweights, lightweights, featherweights, some of those like guys in the 140, 50, 60-pound division, like my size, because I'm only 165 pounds.
I wouldn't fight.
Those be the guys, but those be the guys. Like if they're fighting someone bigger than you, yeah, they'll do some striking. But what they really trying to do is they trying to put you in a submission hold. That's like the fighting someone who knows how to fight in out in the street, and they can put you in a submission hold with no referee. Yo, that's like a random way to just fuck around and get your arm broken.
Yeah, I said they're not gonna break when you tap.
Yeah.
So no, thank you.
See, so that's why I try to live a peaceful life. Try to live a peaceful life.
No problem.
Kyle said the Scotty Shuffle in a fight would be hilarious. I'm gonna be honest with you. When you don't have no work, like when you're on vacation, man, it's just like a whole lot of chilling. And
I'm off in 2 weeks.
I deep cleaned my house on Sunday all day. And I was like, man, that was a whole lot of work to get done on day one of being off for a week. It's a whole lot of work to get done. The only thing I left myself to do is vacuum, and I can just. The only thing that annoys me about vacuum is there's always a circuit that trips, and now you got to go to the room, you got to flip the fucking switch. I don't know what it is about vacuums.
Oh, they use a lot of energy.
Yeah. Bam's 320. Dog, I'm 165 pounds. Every time I get on the scale, I'm like, damn, 165 still. Or it's like I'm like between 163 and 165. I'm like,
Bam is a unit.
Bam's a pretty big boy.
Yeah, he a big ass man.
So when I meet Bam, and I just kind of hit him with that, just this on some playful stuff.
He would pick you up.
All right, see, that's not funny.
He would pick you up.
So that irked me. That irked me.
He would pick you up like a.
Now what's funny? Now what's not funny, but what's because you know me, I'm not the biggest boy in the world. So like when I've had like homies who are like obviously bigger than me, and they be doing that. Not that, but you know how they just be like, all right, they just people who are like the Shaq type who are just like clearly bigger than you, and they can just like show you that they are bigger than you.
Yes, that's what Bam does to me. That's why I live a peaceful life.
That's why you're a good man. I gotta try to be more like you when I grow up.
Oh, shit, I can't. What I'm gonna do with man 320? I'm 225. He got 100 pounds on me. What I'm gonna do?
He got more than that on me.
So, whatever. I just give him a hug and tell him I love him. Try not to piss him off.
But the thing is, I don't even know if I'd want to weigh more than I do now. Like, I don't know if
I'd rather weigh less. If I weighed 215, I think life would be great.
Bam says he can military press me. All right.
He's talking to both of us. He's not talking to you specifically. He is talking to me as well. That is the both of us. Against your will. Now we're getting a little creepy. All right. Yup. Now you're getting a little nasty. That's a little creepy.
Yo, now let me tell you a funny thing. So last week, we can finish up this. So maybe it was like last week or the week. That was definitely last week. All right, this week. It's definitely last week. I don't know what prompted this conversation, but in this chat where I said that I read you that roster.
Yeah.
The chat's been quiet for a little bit. It's been quiet for a little bit. Someone brought up a random topic. I forgot what it was, and people started chatting. This man Bam has been in this chat for a few weeks asking, why did Buddy leave the chat? But he'll randomly ask, and I just wouldn't answer. So last week out the blue, a conversation happens, and Bam just asks, yo, so why did Mans leave the group chat? And I was getting ready to say something, not to Bam, but about why Buddy left.
Uh-huh.
And I stopped myself, and I just hit Bam on the side. I said, stop it now.
But that's the shit you do when you're 320 pounds.
But the next day, I was like, I should address that though. So I went in there to find Bam's message, and I think he had unsent it. So the next day I go in there, and I was like, all right, I feel like I should address this now.
And it was gone.
And it was gone. Oh man.
Well,
Bam, let me tell you something. Some people feel away. Some people in that chat feel away about my actions, but don't want to look at the actions of others. They just think that we got here because of one person's actions. It's okay. Bam, he is gone. And listen, he's there. There's somewhere in Virginia telling the victim's story that someone just woke up one day and
did something.
I don't know. Life has been fantastic, man.
Good.
Fantastic. Long day today. My man called me twice. I gotta hit him back. I got to see. I know if he hit me twice like that, he's probably seeing what the move is. Trying to see if I want to link up. It's Tuesday, but I am off.
I'm not, unfortunately. That's in 2 weeks. If that's the case, we'll.
Bam, if you know anyone who would want to join that
lead.
Hold on. That's why the message was going. Because he edited to Metro shut up and play some drums. I'm tripping. That's why I couldn't find the message. I did find that. That's a funny message. Matter of fact, I might have to go back in. Nah, I don't want to, but that's funny. What was I just saying?
You were saying the guy called you twice. He's trying to figure out the move.
Oh yeah, no, you're trying to figure out the move. I'm off. I'm off for the rest of the week, so why not? Why not? But it's also $2 lane night at the bowling alley.
Oh, that ought to be fun. Yeah.
And the bowling alley is right by my house, and I can go by myself.
Yeah, go have some fun. I have to go to bed.
All right, brother. Well, ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Speak On It. Please make sure you follow the pod at @SpeakOnIt_pod. That is SpeakOnIt_pod on Instagram, on TikTok. Please follow myself at Los D Mix. That is at LOSMIX.
LOSDEEMIX.
Sorry, the weed's a little stronger than I thought. Danny, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me at DannyOcean41. You can find us at Speak on the Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You had not reading that last comment from Bam. That's insane.
Oh my gosh.
We will catch you guys next week, right? Catch you guys.
Before we get up out of here, a few albums I want to call out because a few of these albums have been there's some really good music that came out last week. Jid's new album, God Does Like Ugly, very good album. The Last One, Gunna, good one. Okay. DJ Premier and Rock Marciano, The Coldest Profession. Paradise by Young Nudie. Head on a Swivel by Juicy J. I've been listening to that all day. Some of that. Juicy J, that
still got it.
Still got it. I do like this Coldest Profession, DJ Premier and Rock Marciano. Hold on. We'll catch y'all.
Peace.